I believe in what I think.
Hey everyone, welcome back. A lot of you guys wanted to see more colorful looks since I mentioned some of my favorite shades in my May favorites. So I decided to share with you one of my favorite combinations. And I'm going to start by applying the color Sweet Cream all over the lid from lash line to brow bone. This is going to prep the area so we can blend the darker shades. Remember, when we're working with colorful shades, we have to make sure that we have something underneath to make blending much easier and the colors kind of go together in a better way. So I'm going to move on to the color Spun Silk, and I'm going to apply it as a transition shade. So it's going to go a little bit into the crease, and also it's going to be blended upwards. So it's going to be like that peekaboo color from this look. And then I'm going to move on to the color Hazelnut. This is a darker, more neutral kind of crease shade, and I'm going to apply it with a smaller brush into the crease area. I'm going to go back and forth, and I'm going to try to concentrate the darkest of this shade into the outer corner of the eye. Then I'm going to move on to the darkest shade of blue that I have in my palette, and this is Midnight Star, and I'm going to start to apply it in layers into the outer corner. Now I'm also shaping my outer corner with the usual shape, kind of a wing pointed upwards, a little bit touching my brow bone just because of the shape of my eye. Now you can do this in layers and make it as dramatic as you want, or you can do it as subtle as you want for more of a daytime, barely there kind of blue look. In this case, I'm going to do a few layers, so this is going to be the color that pops. Then I'm going to take another brush and I'm going to make sure that I blend the edges in between each application, so that will make it much easier. Remember that colorful shades are kind of different for blending, so applying it in layers and blending it at the same time is a very important step. Then I'm going to move on to the color Peacock Blue, which is more of a bright blue, and instead of going all the way into the outer corner, I'm going to keep it into the lid area of the outer corner. This is going to blend into the darker blue, and at the same time it's going to create more of that blue wing effect that it's kind of blended into each other. Then I'm going to take another brush and making sure that I blend all the edges again after each color. It's very important to blend. And then I'm going to move on to the inner corner shade, which is the color Amber Blaze. I'm going to place it in that area with a small brush, and I'm going to start to blend it into the blue colors. Now this is a beautiful shade, but it kind of contrasts with the blue. So in order to make sure that everything is well blended and I have a nice transition, I'm going to go back to the color Peacock Blue. I'm going to apply it into the center, so wherever it meets the color Amber Blaze. So again, we're kind of transitioning from that blue to that really nice gold coppery shade. Now for me, it's really important, the outer corner, it needs to have some kind of shape, so I'm going to take a little bit of concealer and clean up the outer part of the lid area just to create like a little bit of a wing, something that is going to make my eyes look a little bit more lifted. And then I'm going back to the color Hazelnut, and I'm going to apply it into the crease because I kind of lost that shade when I apply it under the blue colors. So I'm just going to touch up and make sure that we have that neutral that will bring the balance back to this very colorful look. Then I'm going to move on to something that it's not an eyeshadow, but I'm going to use it as an eyeshadow. This is the color Golden Copper, and this is a blush by Mary Kay. And with a small brush, I'm going to put it a little bit above the color Hazelnut because that's going to be our transition kind of warmer shade to go perfectly with the color Amber Blaze. Then I'm going to take the color Sweet Cream, apply it in my brow bone and also in the outer corner just to make sure that everything looks clean and blended. After that, I'm going to apply eyeliner. For me, if I'm using a colorful eyeshadow, I need to have eyeliner to define my eyes, and then put a lot of mascara or false lashes. As you can see right there, it does make a big difference when you apply, kind of a heavy coat of mascara. Then I'm going to apply an eyeliner into the waterline just to make sure that my lashes look fuller. And that's pretty much it. Very simple when you look at it. You kind of look at two different colors that are blending together and creating this look. But it's actually taking a few other steps in order to make that colorful shades pop a little bit more in my eyes. I will link all the products that I use in this video in the description box down below if you're interested to check out the shades or anything that you missed in this video. If you want to see more tutorials, they will also be linked in the description box down below. See you on my next one. Bye guys.